You know something? The day the doorbell started talking to me, I knew we bought the wrong one. Now, the old doorbell worked just fine. Somebody pushed the button, it rang, you opened the door. That was the whole system. But Mary comes home last week and says, "Jack, we got a new doorbell." I said, "What was wrong with the old one?" She says, "This one has a camera." That right there made me nervous. Why does the doorbell need to see me? So I'm sitting in the living room, drinking coffee, minding my business, and the doorbell makes a sound, not a ring, a voice. Motion detected. I froze. I said, "Mary, the house just talked. She says it's the doorbell." Well, I don't like that. Doorbells ain't supposed to talk. So I walk to the door. Before I even open it, the thing says, "You are being recorded." Recorded? I ain't doing nothing. I look around like I'm on a game show. So I open the door real slow. Nobody there. I step outside. Doorbell says, "Motion detected." Well, of course there's motion. I'm standing here. Then the phone in my pocket makes a noise. Mary calling. She says, "Jack, why are you outside talking to the door?" I said, "Because the door started it." She says, "I can see you on the camera." Now, I don't like that at all. I said, "You watching me from the grocery store?" She says, "Yes." I said, "Turn it off." Next day, the mailman comes. Doorbell talks again. Person detected. Now the mailman looking at me, I'm looking at the door, and the door is talking. Nobody says a word. Later that night, I go to take the trash out. Doorbell lights up again. Motion detected. At this point, I start talking back. I said, "Yes, I'm moving. I live here. You don't got to announce everything." Mary says it's for security. I said the old doorbell was secure. Nobody argued with it. Now, every time I walk past the front door, I feel like I'm being watched by a toaster. I told Mary next time we buy something smart, I want it to be less smart than me. Tell me this. Have you ever bought something that made your house feel like it's spying on you? Because if this doorbell says one more word, I'm putting tape over the camera.